Millionaire thoughts, billionaire dreams. I know niggas who played ball and gave it up for lean.
Millionaire thoughts, billionaire dreams, but my account in overdraft, I'm about to scream.
Rich man greed,
A poor man prayers,
every man bleeds.
but look how God made us.
Too many losses, it's only right that we win. I made a promise I'm never gonna lose again. Lose again, lose again, lose again, lose again, lose again.
Under the Fair Use Act, these videos are for information and educational purposes, and I do not own the rights to any of these videos that are shown. All rights reserved to the original content creators.
Yo, yo, yo. What's going on? It's your boy SL550, and this is the Never Gonna Lose Again podcast. Before we start, man, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also, do me a favor and hit that notification bell. Help your boy on the road to 1K subscribers. I truly do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for me, and also that notification bell so you get notified every time your boy goes live. Yo, Trump went in yesterday. Trump went in proving to America that these Democrats don't give two shits about you. They don't care about America. All they care about is getting back in the White House, getting back the grip of power so they can do the demonic things that they've been doing. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to show two different, you know what? I still am. Because there's things that I believe that RJ Talks pulls up but they kind of talk about some of the same things too. But let me see. But I do want to show some things that RJ Talks talked about in his. It's crazy, bro. Like these people, listen. Trump did exactly
We're lucky
Trump did exactly what he was supposed to do, bro. He was supposed to.
we have a country with people like this.
He was supposed to show you, my bad, how demonic these people are, bro. And he did just that. And first, which I know he's gonna play, both of them might play this, but I just want to play the one part of RJ Talks, and then we're gonna go in with you know what? Let's do this. Let's just tap in with Brian Maxwell first. See what he plays. 'Cause I think I don't know if he plays this other part that RJ Talks plays that I want to play. Because it just goes to show you that, number one, they chose illegal migrants over you. That's number one. He proved that. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to play that first. We'll actually play that first, bro. This is separate from the Brian Maxwell video. But, bro, when I tell you yesterday, Trump was 10 steps ahead of these people. And he always has been during this time being in the White House, because he understands. He understands their playbook. He understands their tactics. He knows what they're going to say. He knows what they're going to do. And he knows for sure one thing, that they're lying to you, that they're bullshitting you, that they've been robbing you. You got to understand. You got to think to yourself, why are they so obsessed with Donald Trump? Why? Why are these people, and we're talking about globalist elite too, because y'all try to act like Donald Trump is part of this globalist elite situation when he's actually against it. He's actually going against it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay attention to what Donald Trump is saying and what the Democrats are doing. They're showing their hands, you know, because listen, we know it's everything against Donald Trump. So we know no matter what Donald Trump does, you know, so they could play that card like, no, we don't like nothing that he stands for, so it's not about us not caring about this and that. My whole thing is, he says specific things that, as a Democrat, you should have been against. And the first thing, let's just get straight into it, bro. You can't make this up, bro. Seriously. It's actually out of control, bro.
As we speak, Democrats in this chamber have cut off all funding for the Department of Homeland Security. It's all cut off. It's all cut off. They have instituted another Democrat shutdown, the first one costing us 2 points on GDP. 2 points we lost on GDP, which probably made them quite happy.
Look how uncomfortable they are.
Now they have closed the agency responsible for protecting Americans from terrorists and murderers. Tonight I'm demanding the full and immediate restoration of all funding for the border security, homeland security of the United States, and also for helping people clean up their snow. We have no money because of the Democrats, and it would be nice. We'd love to give you a hand at cleaning it up, but you gave no money. Nobody's getting paid. It's a shame. So you have to think about it. We have, in case you didn't know, a pretty large snowstorm out there. One of the great things about the State of the Union is how it gives Americans the chance to see clearly what their representatives
Look how disrespectful
really believe.
these people are, bro.
So tonight I'm inviting every legislator to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
Just look at this. Yo, he made a statement. He made a statement saying, basically, as an American, your priority as the government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens. It doesn't matter. Like, bro, this is 50 million people watching this. Like, they're going to see this. You can say all you want. Oh, we just don't like Donald Trump and nothing that he stands for. We're not participating in nothing that he made a statement. This was your opportunity to separate yourself from caring more about illegal aliens than actual Americans. You can't make it up, bro. You can't make it up, bro. Embarrassing. Like, just think about how he feels. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the president of the United States. No matter how you feel, no matter your party, no matter your stance, your political stance and views, he's still the president of the United States. And this is what is going on in our country, bro. This division right here. And who's the cause of it? The Democrats. No matter what, bro. You may disagree on policies, but the goal is to come together and meet at some point to get things done for the American people. You work for the American people. But the Democrats show you today that they work for the Democrats and only the Democrats. They don't care about you, bro. And this right here proves it. Just look. Just look. He's showing you. Look, all of these people, Democrats, Republicans, they're standing, clapping. Embarrassing. Look at this. All of them. Look at N.G.L.A no more right here. Bernie. These people are sick, bro. Shout out to this guy clapping right next to him. N.G.L.A a sucker. These people are suckers, bro.
Isn't that a shame? You should be ashamed of yourself not standing up. You should be ashamed of yourself. That is why I'm also asking you to end deadly sanctuary cities that protect the criminals and enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens. In many cases, drug lords, murderers all over our country, they're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
It's not working. Their usual shit is not working anymore. People are hip. They're not down with it anymore. They realize they woken up. They have awakening. Donald Trump has woke a lot of people up, bro, to what's really going on, bro. Look at this woman right here. Look at these two women, bro. Like, oh, bro, you can't make this up, bro. These people are deranged, bro. Seriously. Look at them. And just look. Ilhan Omar doing all of this hooting and hollering, mad because her and her husband, her white husband at that, she screams racism and white supremacy so much, but Wayne got herself as a Muslim woman. Let's put that out there, too. She's a Muslim woman, not a Muslim man, a Muslim woman, went and got with a white boy, you know? And whatever. But she knows. She knows. But understand, she talks all of that racism stuff. It's a fluke. It's phony. These people are phony. You know what I'm saying? And meanwhile, these people were stealing large amounts of money. She went from broke to $30 million assets. Man, get the hell out of here, man. You know what I mean? Like, this is what they're mad about. They're mad that Donald Trump is exposing the truth. Donald Trump said drain the swamp during his first term. But he really did it during his second term, during this one. He's draining the swamp. He's letting people know what the real is, man. And this says so much, bro. This says so much about these people, bro. They don't care, bro. You can say all you want. No, they just don't like Donald Trump, so they're not going to stand up for nothing. Listen, no matter what, if the president of the United States, millions of people are watching this, including Democrats, citizens of America are watching this, and Donald Trump makes a statement, a broad statement of your duty is to protect and care for Americans, not illegal immigrants, and you don't stand up for that. Hey, just exposed you. It's a wrap for these people, bro. Oh, man.
And perhaps most importantly, I'm asking you to approve the Save America Act. To stop illegal aliens and others who are unpermitted persons from voting in our sacred American elections. That cheating is rampant in our elections. It's rampant.
Tulsi Gabbard.
It's very simple. All voters must show voter ID.
Simple. I mean, simple shit, bro. Must show voter ID. This is a 90-10 issue, bro. 90-10 issue. 90-10 issue. Most of Americans and all races, they love division in America, boy. But all races want the SAVE Act to pass and make it to where illegals cannot vote in elections, bro. Like, I showed you yesterday how women, mainly, but probably men too, when Trump got elected, were fleeing the country from this tyranny and all of this stuff that so-called was going on. And they regret it now because they know that they fucked up. You went to another country thinking that you were going to have a better outcome because America is so bad. And then you wake up and you realize that, hold on, I just left all of my privileges, all of your white privilege. They left all of their white privilege back in America. Hey, yo, bro, you can't make this shit up, bro. But that goes to show you that, and the one girl was in Canada saying how she can't get access to the healthcare system, and that rent and all of this stuff is way higher than Los Angeles, California. So shit. We think we're doing bad, but honestly, it's countries like Canada who are actually doing much worse than us, bro. And this is why, you know, Trump is winning so much, man, because Trump understands economics. He understands what we got to do to win. And I just don't understand. Like, I'm not for war. I'm not for killing, murdering. I'm not for none of that. I'm not for none of that. But the fact still remains that I live in the United States of America. I'm an American. I'm from New Jersey. I'm from America. So, of course, I am going to be America first before anything. I'm not with any demonic things. I'm not with any murder. I'm for peace and good trade and, good business, all of that. I'm for all of that. I'm for capitalism. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you're still an American. And these people, these Democrat politicians, allegedly are representing you in your state, in your city, in your town. They're representing you. And, bruh, tell me how that represents you in a positive way. Tell me how what they're doing, going against the president of the United States, tell me how that benefits America. Tell me how that benefits you as an American. Everything Donald Trump is doing to, like, for instance, the tariffs. The tariffs is basically down the road going to be able to eliminate income tax. But no, Democrats don't want to eliminate income tax because they love taxing you. They love being able to rob you. They love it. And you're dumb enough to fall right into it. Because you hate Donald Trump. Like, bro, people are ridiculous, bro. You cannot make this shit up. Anyway, let's get into it with my guy, Brian Maxwell.
Fresh out of an ICE prison in Minneapolis.
Listen to these people, bro. These niggas is loony.
I've been arrested 3 times.
Look at this loony dude, bro. Look at this loony clown. This is a grown man. This is a grown man with a fucking giraffe costume on, talking some dumb shit. Just look at this, bro. This is what the Democratic Party represents today. So when you say you're a Democrat and you represent, this is what you represent.
Times by
This
ICE
nutty shit.
over absurdity, over us being ourselves, over me singing songs like, "Hey, Mr. Tangerine Man, get rid of brown people for me. I'm Aryan white. There ain't no place I'm going to." And then all of a sudden, these not ready for primetime player ICE agents with 2 weeks of training come after me. I got arrested in Portland. I got arrested in Minneapolis in the last 3 weeks twice. But they can't erase a movement, all right? What I went through is 1/1000th of a lot of marginalized people and what they have to go through in those ICE detention centers. And I want to tell you something right now. There's an announcement. Pumpkin Spice Satan is making his way to the State of the Union. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to rev up the show right now. We're giving out prizes. We're going to have bingo. We're going to storm the White House with love and compassion.
All right, Patriots, we about to get into this because some amazing things happened after President Trump's State of the Union last night that you are not going to believe. And guess what? It came from CNN. It came from CBS. It came from Obama's former campaign managers. Wait until you hear what the lamestream media not only had to say about the speech, but the polls that came out right after the speech. Wait till you see these polls. And wait till you see how President Trump, in his speech, polarized the country and took people who were on the fence completely off of the fence. But you're also going to see some propaganda because I'm going to show you how the same network that puts out 3 stories telling how people really feel this morning, how they came out, and the morning show gets more viewers. They came out and they totally flipped the script, and it will boggle your mind. So when we say fake news, you'll understand how. Now, that first clip that you just saw, that's not AI. The Democrats held their, protests where they didn't go to the State of the Union, and they had the State of the Swamp protests, or some people were calling it the People's State of the Union, but the State of the Swamp protest. And that man you saw wearing a furry cow outfit, that was a real clip. Now, this right here, I want you to check out this this member of Congress as she goes into her spiel just really quick. Then we're going to get into the clips where President Trump.
Bro, just look at this, bro. These people got on costumes, bro. That guy it said VIP pass. This guy is VIP. Yo, bro, you can't make this up, bro. You really can't.
I mean, in
It's out of
masterful
control, bro.
fashion, exposed the Democrats. In the event that you didn't get a chance to watch it, I brought you two of the most powerful moments that totally transformed the way the American public views President Trump and views the Democrats. And wait till you hear these news reports. It is jaw-dropping. But that first clip, that was really their celebration. But check this one out. This will make you laugh, too. Check this out. This is how deranged these people are.
I'm a mother. I am a physician, and I have a flag. And I am the proud representative for Oregon's 3rd Congressional District. Yes, thank you, thank you. And tonight, I defy Trump and his authoritarian project by standing in joyful, radical, peaceful resistance with the Portland Frog Brigade.
The Portland Frog Brigade. And I want to show you something. Look at this audience. And I don't know if you noticed this. Look at these people wearing frog hats. But also notice all the chairs aren't even filled up. Just like the Democrats' People's State of the Union that they had right outside where the president was giving his speech. It had 75 people show up. 35 of those people were the press. The other 40 people were the freaking Congress, members of Congress who decided not to attend the event. But there was a moment that happened during the Democrats' People's State of the Union. And I want you to check out what happened to Senator Chris Murphy while he was on stage. And somebody's going to crash their party. That was totally shocking. And watch how he insults Senator Murphy. Check this out.
Immigrant that every refugee goes through to get here, and to press this country to the border. I stuck in the border. Go Trump! Go Trump!
He said I stuck in the border.
Thanks, man.
Hey, stupid.
Thanks, buddy.
I don't know if you heard him, but he said, yo, Murphy, you're a scumbag. He got up there and said, go Trump, go Trump. Hey, Murphy, you're a scumbag. So we have MAGA even represent.
He said I stuck in the border. Go Trump. Hey, yo, they stupid.
At the Democrats, doggone People's State of the Union. I just wanted to show you that. So now I want to show you this clip before we get into the two best moments of the night where President Trump really showed America who the Democrats were. I want you to listen to CNN as these deranged lamestream media hosts disrespect the angel moms who President Trump was honoring at the State of the Union, who the Biden administration ignored. Check this out.
Oh, I think we're actually getting a little preview of kind of the theme of his address later today at the White House when he hosts the so-called angel moms. And so really focusing on immigration as he kicks off his big State of the Union week.
Did you hear that? The so-called angel moms? These people, these ladies have lost children due to the horrible Democrat policies. And she has the audacity to say so-called as if it's fake, as if she doesn't know. Now check out how the New York Post has it. If this is setting you up for the clips that we're about to see, look at the New York Post. Trump wins gold. His winning economic message in State of the Union honors Team USA hockey and raft of heroes, shames Dems for their crazy policy stances. And he called them out. He was not shy last night. So here we go in clip one. He's going to talk about voter ID. Check this out. Now, if you're enjoying this video, do me a solid. Hit that thumbs up because I'll never ask you for a cash app, a super chat, or a donation. But you hitting that like button, it really helps get the video out there to the public. And if you aren't subscribed already to the channel, subscribe. Whether subscribed already or subscribing right now, make sure that you hit that notification bell and that you select all, because that way YouTube will make sure that you get notified whenever I upload new videos.
Why would anybody not want voter ID? One reason, because they want to cheat. There's only one reason. They make up all excuses. They say it's racist. They come up with things. You almost say, what imagination they have. They want to cheat. They have cheated. And their policy is so bad that the only way they can get elected is to cheat. And we're going to stop it. We have to stop it, John.
You talking to John Thune. Do your job.
That was Schumer and Dick Durbin that was sitting there. Look at the Democrats talking about voter ID. Look at that, right? But he calls them out, and that's not the only time he calls them out. Now, this clip here, this is what set it off for Americans. They polled, and this part right here, is what really flipped independents and some Democrats. And wait till you hear these polls and you hear these reports. It's going to blow your mind because we've never heard the media talk about President Trump like this. But check this out.
If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American
I played this already, but listen, bro, you can't make this up.
Government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
It's simple.
Look at that. Look at the Democrats. Nobody standing. All Republican. The country sees it.
So everything that they've been saying about illegal aliens, how they can't get health care and how they, but you've seen them already. You've seen the black chick, I forget her name, who they press charges on or whatever for trying to, fight her way into the detention center. But you don't see them doing it. You don't see them doing this for all the black people that are mass incarcerated. You don't see them doing it for them. For actual U.S.-born citizens that's from here, who had hard lives, just like the people they claim had hard lives over there in Venezuela and other countries across the world, right? There's people right here in the United States who didn't have a fair shake at life, who made some mistakes, that are mass incarcerated in prisons across the whole United States. But you don't see none of these Congress people busting down gates to go try to get anybody out. But you know who did? You know who did pass laws to help get black people out of prison? Donald Trump. He passed the First Step Act. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, these people are clowns, bro. You know what I'm saying? They truly don't give a fuck about you, bro. And people can say all they want. Oh, man, this politics shit, bro. People don't care. Cool. That's cool. But guess what? These people make the laws in this country. These people raise taxes in this country. You know what I'm saying? So it plays a major part in how your life gets affected. These people that you vote for play a major part. Look at what they're doing in Chicago, bro. Raising the property taxes 100%. Look what they're trying to do in Virginia. Property taxes on, taxes on everything from you buying Uber Eats to you fucking jogging in the park. They trying to tax you for every single thing, bro. Tell me how that's America first. Tell me how that's benefiting you. You know what I'm saying? Look at New York with mom. Y'all voted for Mom Donnie. Now all New Yorkers are regretting it because it was a lie. And everybody tried to tell you that this is clown world shit. All this free shit, it's not free. You're going to have to pay for it. They can say all they want. Oh, we're going to tax the rich. The rich already pay enough taxes. And you think they're going to deal with that? They're in the business of making money. They're in the business of making money. They're not in the business to just hand out hundreds of thousands, hundreds of millions of dollars to the government because they don't know how to budget their money. What are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about, man? You can't make this up, bro. Trump exposed these people, bro.
And they're doing it this long on purpose to give the cameras, to give everybody an opportunity to see the contrast that the Democrats are unwilling to stand and clap, that their job is to put the American people above illegal aliens. President Trump had these fools play right into his hands. If his objective was to show the contrast and to show that these demon rats will lead America straight off the cliff, this did it. Trump is pissed, too. And that's a member of the military. He's so deranged that he, as a military serviceman, as a ranking military serviceman, that's how Trump deranged he is. And he knows they've been set up.
They fell right into Trump's plan, bro. He was like, you know what? Cool. I already know what they're going to do. We know they're not going to stand for nothing. We know they're not going to, agree with nothing. Cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to expose them. He definitely did it.
Isn't that a shame? You should be ashamed of yourself, not standing up. You should be ashamed of yourself.
That's right. Call him out, Trump. That's why I let it play so you can see. No, he just didn't let that go. Now, let's check out this first clip from CNN. Brace yourselves. Check this out. This is my favorite. Matter of fact, let me see if I can make this any bigger.
Among speech watchers tonight, 64% say his policies will move the U.S. in the right direction. And look at the growth President Trump made over the speech. So pre-speech, it was 54% of speech watchers said his policies will move the U.S. in the right direction. After the speech, that number goes up 10 percentage points. So Donald Trump made some progress with people watching the speech from their pre-speech expectations to what they saw in the speech itself. And that 64% number, that's pretty much in range across all of his State of the Union addresses in his first term, last year, the joint session. That's about what we've seen is roughly 2/3 have walked away from his speeches thinking he's going to move it in the right direction.
So a lot of red meat for the base.
Yeah.
On the heels of all of the stuff that's taking place in the debate, that's the base. That's red meat for the base. You don't jump 10 percentage points because the base would be at 50%. You don't jump 10 percentage points to 64%. That's just the base. That's independents and some Democrats, and they know it. But they have to try to spin it. But this is not the propaganda I was talking about. That's just Jake Tapper, doing what he does.
There's no doubt about that. If you're a Republican on the ballot in 2026, I think you leave this speech being as happy as you could possibly be that he sort of stuck to the script on the economy. He gave red meat to the base on immigration, and they can leave the hall tonight and sort of take that out on the campaign trail.
Look at her face. Yo, they're just sick, bro. These people are so deranged, bro. It's actually sickening. It's sickening, bro. That they hate this man so much, bro. And that's, the crazy part is, bro, in 2000 and I'll say 18, 19, I was with every other Democrat. Like, Trump a racist, bro. But I ain't really know what was going on. I watched the news every day. I was locked up. I was downstate in prison watching my little TV. And I just, you seeing the stuff that go, I was locked up when the shit happened with George Floyd and all of that. So, I watched the Chauvin trial and stuff like that. So a lot of stuff happened, and I was manipulated too to thinking that Donald Trump didn't care, just like George Bush. He didn't give a fuck about black people for sure. You know what I'm saying? And we seen what he did in New Orleans. But anyway, but when I came home, it was how hard they were going that made me be like, yo, something ain't right, bro. I ain't never see these politicians hate somebody. God damn, like this is out of control. And then I started looking into certain channels like Brian Maxwell. One of the first guys, and I don't even play him that much. I should, but he be having really long shows, and I don't want to chop him up. But his name is Barry Cunningham. I started watching him first, and then I just started looking into stuff that they were talking about. You know what I mean? Because I'm just a logical thinker. You know what I mean? I'm just like, all right, I'm going to check into that. I'm going to look into that. And I started looking into things and realizing that these people have been lying about Donald Trump all this time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like, my thing is I just gave him a chance. You know what I'm saying? And then the Democrats fucked the economy up so much, bro. Was it 2024? Yeah, 2024, when they was doing the campaigns and all that stuff, bro, it was people that I was talking to about politics. Mind you, we don't talk about politics. Let's be honest, bro. Where we from, people don't talk about politics, bro. We don't. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest. People don't vote. They don't care. They like, man, that's white people shit, right? This was the first time that people that have never talked about politics was talking about politics, bro. Because they're like, yo, shit was so bad that people started looking for shit to blame it on. Like, yo, what the hell? And Joe Biden and Kamala Harris was in the fucking White House, and them and the Democratic Party were ruining the country, bro. Shit got out of hand. Anyway, let's get on.
Now, if you thought that was something, check this out, where this is David Axelrod, and you're going to get a clip. I meant to say it earlier. Abby Phillips, a woman who I cannot stand listening to. Wait till you hear her and Anderson Cooper give it up. You know it was good when they're forced because the numbers show the people love it. They're forced. But wait till you see the propaganda that CNN did this.
And you notice that he's playing all CNN clips. He's playing the liberal media stations. And they're even saying that Donald Trump did his thing.
It's almost like they got a phone call from somebody that said, hey, you can't be doing that. Now, this is David Axelrod you're going to hear from, Obama's former campaign manager. He helped Obama win the presidency. Check this out.
Well, he also basically kept control of himself, which I think would be a great relief to his strategists and aides there. But the question, I mean, I think he did well from their perspective for the reasons that you say, John, and he used the gallery very skillfully to kind of simulate empathy, which is a thing that he's been lacking, and that's sort of a surrogate for that.
So now you just heard Axelrod have to give it up. Now check out CBS News as they're going to talk about what the Democrats did with their boycott. Listen to how CBS News frames it, what the Democrats did poorly and how Trump capitalized. Check this out. We got to relish in this when we got positive reports going across the lamestream media about our president. Check this one out.
As we have Major here at the table, I want to bring the conversation back here to our group watching along. Major, you've seen a lot of these, I think, more than any of us. What stood out to you?
Well, look, before the speech, many Republicans said one of the priorities for the president was to make sure Americans after this speech had a sense that the opposition party was off the rails, was crazy, their terminology, not mine. Many of the contrasts the president articulated tonight were to drive that message forward, that not only do I disagree with the opposition party sitting before me in Congress, but I disagree with them so strongly and they with me so much that they can't even applaud basic common sense thing. And that line that you mentioned that he added to the speech, whether it was ad-libbed or not, the first obligation, American citizens versus illegal aliens, was meant to create a visual moment of perpetual contrast.
As we have Major here at the table, I want to bring the conversation back.
Did you hear him? He did it. The Democrats did damage to themselves because, you know, it was great for us because they wasn't in there screaming and yelling and being disruptive. Now, you heard all three of those reports. Polls said he did great. David Axelrod had to give it up. CBS News gave it up. Listen to what the report was this morning. To me, in my opinion, after they got the phone call that this was terrible for Democrats and something's got to be done. Listen to how quick the story changes. Check this out.
History is one thing, right? But the idea is, Donald Trump's a unique figure in American politics. He can do things that other people can't. But if you look at our post poll, right, after the State of the Union, I simply put, don't see it for him. Why do I say that? Okay, view of Trump's speech to Congress, very positive. Among speech viewers who are more Republican than the electorate overall, this was actually the least well-received speech. We're talking about 38% of speech viewers who viewed the speech very positive, and that is lower than in 2025 when it was 44%, lower than in 2019 when it was 59%, lower than in 2018 when it was 48%, and lower than it was in 2017 when it was 57%. The bottom line is this. State of the Union addresses, simply put, do not move, traditionally speaking, the American electorate. And this Trump speech, especially so, is not likely to move things because simply...
You got to remember, too, is that this is an election year. So the elections are coming up, and they're trying to get back the House. So, of course, they're going to say these things, bro. But honestly, bro, I think we have come to a point in America where moderate Democrats are saying, nah, I fuck with Trump, bro. I've seen black pastors, many of them too, not just one, but many of them. You know what I'm saying? I've seen, black people in the age bracket who are stuck on a Democrat plantation come out and say they love Trump and that they brung up things like the long-term funding he gave the HBCUs, the First Step Act, and things that Donald Trump has done for the black community, right? Because you can't say that about Barack Obama because he did nothing for the black community. You can't say that about Joe Biden because he did nothing for the black community. You can't say that about many of presidents because they did nothing for black people. But Donald Trump did. So it's so hilarious that he's the most racist. He's the dictator and all of these things, but he lets you. He's a dictator, but he lets you go out and slander his name on a regular basis across national platforms, bro. national platforms, global platforms. He let you go out and with your little fake rallies that y'all bust people in on and protest with your little 10, 20,000 people. He let you do that, but he's a dictator. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Every narrative that they put out about Trump gets crushed. The whole Epstein thing, they was on Epstein for a whole 2 years. Before that, but really this John, they've been really on this whole Epstein thing, and now Trump, it's so funny because they did all of this hooting and hollering about Epstein, but Trump was the one who actually signed the bill that released the Epstein files. So it's like, at what point, just as not as a Democrat, not as a Republican, just as a human that lives in America, because you live here, do you wake up and realize that you've been duped, that you've been lied to, and that these people truly don't care about you? Donald Trump is the one who exposed all of the fraud, waste, and abuse in the government with Doge. Donald Trump did that. Donald Trump was the one who was able to make people feel comfortable enough, like Nick Shirley, to go out and investigate and expose Democrats in Minnesota, right? To expose California. Donald Trump made it comfortable for you to be able to speak your mind and not be canceled or feel like I can't say this or that because I might get canceled. Donald Trump got elected and made you feel comfortable enough to talk the way you talk. So my thing is this: I just can't run with the narrative that they're trying to push because it doesn't add up. If you're honest with yourself and you look at the totality of everything and everything that Donald Trump says and what he does, more importantly, then you can understand that whatever they're saying about this guy it's just fake. It's fake news, bro. And he's been telling you that too. He exposed the media. Donald Trump did that. Nobody was screaming fake news, and nobody was really, looking at the media. Like, now people don't watch the news, man. They don't get their from the news. Their ratings suck. You know what I'm saying? And who did that? Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump opened your eyes to what's the truth. All of this facade shit, politicians being able to get in front of the camera and just blatantly lie to you, like Mom Donnie did, and all of these other politicians. You can't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in these Democrat states you can, but it's going to come. Honestly, I think it's going to come to a point too where a lot of Democrat states turn red, bro. We'll see that.
It was the least well-received one among speech viewers of any of the speeches that Donald John Trump has given to a joint session of Congress.
Now, y'all are seeing this in real time with me. How do we just watch CNN? And we got another clip. How do we just watch CNN admitting 64% thought it was going in the right direction, increase of 10% from the year before? Now, Brendan, increase 10% from what people thought prior to the speech to after. But somehow this morning, it's only at 38% on the same network. Now, the real coup de grace to show you.
I guarantee you, right? I want to say something because, I guarantee you, right? If you go back in time and you look at, it may be more only because people watch regular television, cable television, but I still think, honestly, if you go back and look at the State of the Union addresses under previous presidents, right, and you look at the numbers, you do the analytics on it, and you look at this State of the Union address, more people tuned into this State of the Union address during a time where you got YouTube, you got all these other different platforms that you can use to watch news and different things, than in a time where smartphones wasn't as smart and things like that. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you the numbers is higher, bro. So this is a lie, bro. Plus, they already talked about it. People knew, bro. They couldn't just outright say, this was a terrible look for Donald Trump and the Republican Party, because they knew it wasn't. He made them look stupid. He made them look exactly like who they are. Period.
That's how fake what CNN did this morning. Let's go back to last night. This is Abby Phillips and Anderson Cooper immediately after the speech last night. Check this out.
You hate Donald Trump.
I thought President Trump actually delivered a higher energy speech than I think even his speech last year. He was much more engaged, and I think part of that was because they had planned the speech to be an interactive experience between him and the audience. There were things for him to announce, surprises. There were big moments, emotional moments, and that helps him tremendously. I thought
so.
Not Abby Phillips. Not Abby Phillips telling the truth for once. God damn. Hey, I guess at some point, even Abby Phillips got to keep it real.
As you heard, even Abby Phillip, who always has something negative to say about Trump or Republicans on her show, she's supposed to be the host, but she's actually like the fifth Democrat attacking the great American Scott Jennings. But as you heard, she's giving it up. So what gives? How is it all of these glowing reports from last night, but this morning, CNN, all of a sudden, we talking about a almost 30% drop? Really?
Makes sense.
You know that's a bold-faced lie, and it's nothing more than propaganda. But let's listen to what Laura Ingraham had to say.
To me, as one of the best speeches as a State of the Union I've heard in probably 20 years.
Harold, we're going to wait for the Democratic response from Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger. There were some moments. Democrats got heated there. Al Green obviously got kicked out in the first 3 minutes, but there were also some screaming back and forth.
And Al Green,
always getting kicked out.
Al Green is a Neanderthal-looking black dude that got kicked out last year when he stood up with the cane. He got the ponytail that's dyed jet black with his facial hair, even though he's in his 70s, looking ridiculous with an old face with young hair. He gets kicked out in the first 3 minutes because he was holding up a sign that say blacks are not apes. Doing what Democrats do, trying to stoke that emotional oven. But let me let them finish.
Talib.
Because then we're going to listen to the vice president after the speech. Listen to what he had to say. But finish this.
What did you make of that?
I didn't make much of that part of it. I think that the president, Laura and I were talking as the president spoke, he probably got the better of those responses. I just don't think if you're going to come to this speech that you should be in the business of speaking from the audience there. But two things. One, he bragged about, rightly so, that people have built and braved for and fought for the country. There was all those stories were unbelievable. But if you're Democrats tonight, a lot of what the president did when he wasn't doing that was talking about the 2024 greatest hits. And the question is, can Democrats get answers to the economic challenges? Can Democrats help people pay their bills and plan for the future? If you can't do it, this will be a great night for the president.
All right, we're going to have...
Bro, I've been saying that. Listen, forget all the theatrics. Forget all of the back and forths, the bantering. What solutions do Democrats have to anything besides raising your taxes? It's all you see. If you look in New York City, Chicago, Virginia, all of these Democrat states, the solution isn't to balance the budget. It isn't to get rid of the wasteful spending that they know is there in their states. No, it's tax you. We need more of your money. We know you're broke. We know you can't afford groceries, but we still want some more of your money. That's their solution to everything. If we can't take it from the rich, we need to take it from you. Tell me how that's a solution. Tell me how that's a policy. Come on, bro. If you look at Kamala Harris and when she was running, if you look at all of these Democrats, all they talk about is getting money from you, robbing you. That's it. That's all they know how to do. This is why they're furious with Donald Trump. You think that they care about illegal immigrants? You know they don't. You know they don't. Boy, they care about getting them votes. That's it. Once they seen that the black people were switching sides, they said, oh, shit. Shit about to hit the fan. Bring them in. And on top of that, they shitted on you. You know what I'm saying? They ain't give you reparations. They ain't give you the 40 acres and the mule. They ain't give you shit. Right? They ain't do nothing but give you the 94 crime bill. You know what I'm saying? They gave you the Civil Rights Act. They gave you the Welfare Act. Told you a man couldn't be in a home. They gave you all shit that was detrimental to your community. And then when it all was started to fail and black people started to switch sides and go to the Republican Party, they brought in a whole new fucking voter base. 20 million illegal immigrants. And on top of that, they gave them free housing, free food, free everything. You can wine and dine at the finest New York hotels. Meanwhile, you still in the hood. You a U.S.-born citizen. You from here. You're American. And you struggling. Come on, bro. Stop. People need to wake up, man. Let's finish
And we
this
know
up.
they can't do it. The reason why they can't do it is if they could do it, they would be bragging. We'd hear about their policies out there yin-yang.
They don't got none.
Leave a comment, too. What do you think about these clips so far? Are you shocked by what the mainstream media did? Now, let's listen to our vice president. Check this out.
Well, I saw a couple of things, Bill. First of all, obviously, most Democrats didn't stand up or clap. And what a shame that is. What a sad commentary that is on the Democratic Party, that the idea that the American government should stand for American citizens, not illegal aliens, that shouldn't be controversial, but apparently it was to the Democrats. But I will say, Bill, something that I saw that probably most TV viewers didn't see was really the cowardice, because there were a few Democrats who sort of politely clapped. They didn't want to stand up. I guess maybe they were worried about being primaried by the far left fringe of their party, but they were all looking around. They weren't actually saying, you know what, I'm going to stand and support this because this is a common sense, obvious statement. They were all looking around for cues from their colleagues because they didn't have the courage to stand on their own. And that, more than anything, Bill, is the saddest commentary on the Democratic Party, that not only will they not stand for the idea that Americans should come first, they won't even have the courage of their convictions. They lean on the person to their left and their right rather than actually have some conviction. That is unfortunately what's true about Democrats in Washington today.
Well,
man, we're going to end it with that, bro. Shout out to Brian Maxwell, always bringing it back. He always got it. I was going to tap into my guy RJ Talks, man, but it was all said in that in this video right here, man. If y'all not tapped in with Brian Maxwell, you into politics, bro, go tap in with Brian Maxwell on YouTube. Also, my guy RJ Talks TV, go tap in with him too. Dope guys, always giving you the latest and the greatest updates of what's going on, bro. But yo, Donald Trump punched him right in the mouth last night, bro. I was at work, but I was watching a little bit of it. But obviously, I caught the highlights with my guy from LV Nation. Make sure y'all go tap in with him too. Dope, my guy Louis. Yeah, man, this is crazy, bro. He definitely exposed these people, bro. And like, my whole thing is, you gotta just ask the question why. That's it. Just why, and that's the thing. It's like these Democrats don't question anything. They just are loyalists to a fault. And it's like, bro, I'm not loyal to no Democrat or Republican. I'm loyal to my ideology, my religion, what I believe in, what I stand on as a man. That's what I stand on. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a politician and you're looking to, uh, get elected, you got to stand on it don't got to be exact, but it just got to be. You got to stand on things that I believe in, that I can get that I can get behind. Because a lot of that stuff that the Democrats was pushing, I couldn't get behind none of it because it was all garbage. It's all garbage. Why would I elect you to tax me even more? I'm already hot that y'all already robbing me already and taking as much money as y'all taking from me already. Legal extortion. But you think I'm going to vote for you so you can tax me even more? Get out of here, man. Get out of here, bro. People need to wake up, bro. This stuff is bigger than just, a Republican and a Democrat, bro. This is about power. This is about, uh, um, you know, control. This is about controlling the American people. See, we truly are the power that runs America. Without us, nothing runs. There is no government. There is no constitution. None of that. We the people are the power. The problem is that these politicians made you feel as though they are the power structure in America, and because just think about it. Even the military, they're Americans. They're from here. They signed up to be in the army, the military. You know what I mean? It's us, the people. We make the military. We make the government. We make everything go, and without us, it doesn't go. So people need to get back to that and understand that you have the power. You have the power to elect these people to represent you, bro, to represent your wants, your needs as a citizen, bro. You know what I mean? All these people are pushing is demonic shit. Really think about it. They're all demonic shit. Things that go against what you truly believe in. You know what I'm saying? But because you're a loyalist to the Democrat slave plantation, you're just going to keep going with it, man. It's just crazy, bro. Hope you wake up, though, man. But, yo, this was a good show, man. This was a good one. I really liked it, really enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, please do me a favor, hit that like button, share the video. Also, leave a comment and hit that subscribe button for me. I truly do appreciate it. Help your boy on the road to 1K subscribers. Can't do it without you. And also hit that notification bell so you get notified every time your boy go live. This your boy SL550. This is the Never Gonna Lose Again podcast. Until next time, I'm out. Millionaire Thoughts. Billionaire dreams, I know niggas who played ball and gave it up for lean.
Millionaire thoughts, billionaire dreams, but my account in overdraft, I'm about to scream.
Rich man greed,
a poor man prayers.
Every man bleeds,
but look how God made us.
Too many losses, it's only right that we win. I made a promise I'm never gonna lose again. Lose again, lose again, lose again, lose again.